So this here is McLean's Cross, and what people would do is on the way to the Abbey they'd stop here and do prayer stuff. On this side you've got two beasts, I don't know why, and I can't even see them, and I can't be bothered looking for them because it's throwing it down. On the other side you've got a crucifixion, but basically it's a cross and it's old. I nearly forgot to tell you it's from the year 1500-ish. 520 years old-ish. So the Abbey is that way and the cross is just down there. Somewhere else they would regularly stop on the way to the Abbey is the dustbin bin, just to empty the pockets, all the nuns and things. You know, just put your sweet packets and stuff in here so you don't make a mess of the Abbey. We're in St Orans Chapel, I think it's called. Tiny little chapel, and the cemetery outside, it says, is sacred soil. It's full of warriors, monks, it said a load of other stuff and I can't remember, and possibly kings buried in the churchyard out here. But there's someone very, very important buried out here, and I can't wait to show you. We're off to see the grave of John Smith. So Mazzy, I'm going to let you have your moment.
Yeah.
We're in a chapel. This is a place of prayer.
Yeah.
If you'd like, I've just given you some money there. If you'd like to go light a candle and leave a donation,
Oh, cool.
you can light a candle. And over here, there's some pieces of paper where you can say a prayer and write one on for prayers for healing. So I thought you might want to do one for your dad. I ain't got a lighter, no, you've got a lighter. There's something down here, this looks old. I can't work it out, it's very dark in here, guys. It says on it, St Orans, no, 1926, I don't know what it's about, it's not very old. You've got a lovely cross up here in stones. Candle lit there, there's going to be a second candle if she finds her. Well, you better find your lighter because you've just put the pound in.
No, I've still got it.
Oh, you've still got it, good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's try and find the lighter for you. That's for you, Tom.
Yeah.
Keep on your road to recovery.
I must put my pounds in.
You must put, well, it ain't your pound, is it? It's my pound.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, do you want to write a prayer for your dad as well over there? It doesn't ask for any money for that bit, so this is a free prayer.
No, this is private as well.
Yeah, it's private, you can have private. Private and free. As long as it's free. But yeah, Tom, that cost us £1, that did, Tom. So I hope you appreciate that candle. In fact, when we're finished here, I think I'm going to blow it out and take it with us to just get his money's worth. But yeah, I'll leave Mazzy to write her prayer for you. And I'll just show you around the chapel whilst we're here. It's got a lovely fireplace. I'm sorry it's a bit dark, guys, but this is as light as my camera will go. And over here you've got these amazing stones. Now, I don't know anything about them because there's no information boards or anything, but really nice patterned stones. That has got, I think that's got a sword on it in the middle there. Would be my guess, it's either that or a cross. That's definitely got a sword on. Look at that. Stunning. I would guess these are, I don't know, maybe 1,000 years old. Looking at the designs, but I couldn't tell you for sure. Beautiful. Apparently this chapel was the burial place, this was the praying place for the MacDonalds, the MacDonald clan. And it was built in the 1100s. So, and these slabs are from around the island, I believe. So yeah, 1100s, 900 years old is the chapel. I'm guessing they're similar, maybe 1,000 years old. But it's nice to come in here. You know, I wasn't keen on the pound bit in the corner. So as I say, we're probably going to take that candle with us. But it's nice that Mazzy's got a free prayer for her dad. And we've got warm because it is cold. Now can we please go see John Smith? The grave of John Smith. This is This is an honour for me. This is what I've wanted to do all my life, is meet John Smith, my favourite beer. I'm going to pay a lot of thanks to John Smith. I'll give him £1 if he gives me a pint. There is a transcript from medieval times which suggests that there might be 48 Scottish kings buried in this graveyard. Whether there's any truth in that or not, we don't know. And something else it says is St Oran himself, who the chapel is named after, he said he will bury himself alive to make this ground sacred for people to be buried here. So whether there's any truth in that as well, I don't know. I'm doubting it. I'm really doubting it, but it could have happened. The cutest little window you will ever see. It's tiny. That's the size of my hand. It's tiny. Right, come on, Mazzy, we're off to see John Smith. John Smith's over here. Let me just wipe that camera for you. I can see some rubbish on it. Let's go see John Smith. Come on, over here.
Oh, she's very excited.
John Smith is buried here.
I need
The
wipe.
John Smith.
Wipe me.
Right, we've got a big problem now. My big camera's packed in. It's got too wet. It's just stopped working. So we're on the phone. It's very windy. You're going to get a lot of wind noise and it's going to completely spoil the videos, but can't do anything about it. This is all we've got left. But back to John Smith. Back to John Smith. This is the grave of John Smith. John Smith, who makes beer. The best beer in the world. It says on there, an honest man, the noblest work of God. That is a proper man in there. Unfortunately, it's not really my John Smith. It's not the beer John Smith. It's John Smith, who was a Labour leader. But still an important man. So this cobbled road here is thought to be 1,000 years old, and it goes up to the Abbey. This is where, well, it says on here, look, the bodies of abbots, lords, warriors, and possibly even kings were carried along here. It's almost impossible to film here, it really is. We're just wet through. My hands are blue, fingertips are blue. Mazzy's just gone completely silent. She just wants to go home, I can tell. But this is very important. This is St. This is where he's buried, apparently. I was just reading a sign, it says he was buried here in the year 700. No, it can't have been. Right, it's a chapel from the 800s, and apparently St Columba is buried in here. Whether there's any truth in that, I don't know. Are you alright? You what?
I'm soaking wet.
Never mind, this is Iona, that's what you get.
I know, I'm freezing.
Right, we're into some cloisters here. This is quite nice. As Mazzy's pointed out, we've been to somewhere similar to this before. It might have been Norwich Cathedral, we're not sure. But that was a lot bigger than this. But all along the walls here you've got all these stones with markings on a lot of them. There's literally dozens and dozens of them as you go around. Now, as we were coming here, we were offered an audio guide, which would have been fantastic. There's so many fantastic things to see and signs to read and interesting stories. But it's just too wet, it's too cold. It can't be done, can it? It's no fun at all. So this is a very interesting one. The body of Angus, son of Lord Angus MacDonald of Islay. This was a top man, died in 1318. Very important man. Mazzy?
Yeah.
Mazzy, look at this, it's a head.
I know, cool.
There's a head. There's a head stuck. There's someone stuck in wall. It's a proper head. That is freaky. In fact, it's a woman. See, long hair behind. Wow, what a design. It just goes to show you, doesn't it? Even all them, like over 1,000 years ago, everyone looks like Naomi Campbell. Now that's a very nice carving, I'll give it that. It's very well carved. I'm not sure I'm happy with the hand gesture this guy's giving to the other one. If you did that where I come from, you'd get a punch in the mouth. But looking even closer, I can't really work out what it is. It's like a woman and a man sat next to a fire maybe. And up here, that looks like maybe a nun. A couple of nuns up there. Interesting. I wish we'd have got the audio guide now. So because we're struggling with cameras and things, and wind and rain and wet cameras, what we can guarantee is we'll give you a music montage of inside the cloisters and the Abbey area. The actual Abbey itself is closed, we can't get in there, but there's different bits, we can get you a nice little music montage. They like them, don't they? Yeah. So we just stood in a toilet doorway waiting for the ferry. I just went to blow my nose, just to give you an idea of how wet it is. This is my tissue I've just pulled out of my pocket. Look at the state of that. Wet through. In fact, I bet I could wring that. Oh, be glad to be back in the van, yeah?
Yes. Enjoying a coffee? Chocolate?
It's lovely. It's a spicy deluxe hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I just got an Americano. That was very posh.
I just burnt my lungs and my insides and my esophagus and everything. Oh. Just walked past the children's play area at the school and some of the toys outside. There's things like buoys, you know, from the sea, which are turned into swings. But there's also a shovel, you know, like a man-sized proper shovel. There is a rake, and best of all, a crowbar. A crowbar for the kids to play with in the play area.
We couldn't film it though.
No, they don't like filming in children's areas for obvious reasons.
Hey.
Wow.
What's up?
No, what's up? I'm just ready to get off the island now. And I don't mean Iona, we got off Iona. I mean Mull. We're on Mull now. I want to get on mainland Britain.
Okay.
So can we go there?
Yeah, let's try and get some tickets.
There's a ferry at 3 o'clock. We've got a couple of hours to get there, get tickets, get off Mull. Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed Mull. I've enjoyed the sights. I've enjoyed the scenery more than anything. It's been beautiful. But it's just too stressful, too cold, too wet, too windy, too everything. And I don't fancy trying to park anywhere again tonight. I just want to get on mainland Scotland, and just park and be comfy and feel like I'm allowed to park. Are you with me on that?
I am, yeah.
Come on,
let's go try and get some tickets.
Okay.
Say bye to Iona. No.
Bye, Iona. Have you any idea how funny you look? Have you ever looked in a mirror? You haven't done your horns properly this morning. You look stupid. What's wrong with your horns? You're still beautiful though, aren't you? Beautiful.
Hello. Don't you? Oh, you ignorant git.